What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy Pixel Response, where I respond to your comments and concerns on our various social media platforms. Today I will be going through your comments and I will expand on them for your pleasure. And at the end of the episode, I will share some of the new physical game pickups that I have had in the past week, because as you can see, I enjoy collecting physical games. So let's jump into it. Celestial Dive says, I don't mean it as a criticism, I swear, but one day I'll check the Noisy Pixel thumbnails for a year or so and group them in anime girls and literally everything else that has ever existed, and I'm fairly certain about which group will be bigger by a mile. And you're not wrong. Okay, let me tell you, the idea is that for the stuff that we cover, you can only go to like 18 plus websites, right? There's like Lewd Gamer and crap like that. But you can't look that around your school or your friends or family, because it's just it's a little much. You know, you kind of have to have some discretion when looking at those websites. For Noisy Pixel, I wanted to create a site that we cover this stuff, but present it in a way that anybody can look at. I'm more trying to expand the genre than group it all together into a certain group of people who go to something specifically for this. So we cover all of this stuff and normalize it. So far, people have been reacting well to it. And yeah, there's a few anime girls. More than a few. And I love every single one of them. Next comment. Night/17 says on the Genshin Impact closed beta preview video, Clone of the Year edition, lol, cry smiley face emoji. I mean, fair criticism, I suppose. But, how many Metroidvanias are there? You're gonna call those all clones of Super Metroid and freaking Symphony of the Night? No, you're just going to call it a Metroidvania. Because this game took inspiration from Breath of the Wild, one game that maybe you enjoyed and did something new with it, doesn't make it a clone of the year. It just, people take inspiration from everything. I think you should play it and then make your decision, because if you're watching our videos, then maybe you weren't in the closed beta, but I urge you to research the game and see how it develops, because there's a lot of differences in this title. I'm hoping people realize that. Next comment. Buchu, I might be saying that name wrong, says on the Marco and the Galaxy Dragon review, another one to add to the list. Thanks for putting this one on my radar. Let me tell you, man, that game is good. When getting into like visual novels and stuff, I didn't really get into them until about 5 or 6 years ago when I started writing at Operation Rainfall, and I saw the niche and I played Steins Gate, and then that kind of just opened up the gate to me for other visual novels, and I went back and played a bunch of ones that I was supposed to. I did the whole clan ad stuff and Fruits of Grisai. I jumped into the deep end, literally, and I found a lot of passion for these visual novel titles, and I wanted to share that with more people because it took me so long to get into it. I was sure that there was other people out there like me who would want to play these games. So when I played Marco and the Galaxy Dragon, it really changed the my scope of the medium and just what these developers can do with visual novels, and I'm really excited for the future of the genre. So thank you for the comment. I think it's Star P, but the A is a 4. Very clever. Says on the Ori and the Will of the Wisp review, looks cartoony, anime-ish, kitty, Noisy Pixel will review it. And I guess. But that's probably the wrong game to comment that on, because it's so published by Microsoft, and we tried to incorporate everything. The Mithrian says on the Persona 5 Royale review, this is a good review, but I think you need some room treatment to kill the VO reverb. And Jacob was on that audio, and let me tell you, the lengths that guy goes through to get you the audio that he does that you hear is pretty extreme. We aren't like hardware kings here at Noisy Pixel, so we are limited with what we can do. Jacob is based in Australia, and I'll tell you what, that guy goes through a lot to give you the audio that you hear, and I'm very appreciative of what he produces. Comment noted. Costery X says on Romancing Saga 3 Remastered review, is this video about the Switch or some vague other console? And brother, in the first 10 seconds of the video, it says the console that it's reviewed on. We do that for everything now. You clearly didn't watch it, so I'm not even good. You know what? Next comment. Sean Martin says on Twitter, at the Otaku Lion, I know I post about different games and things I'm excited for, but I want to shout out Komatsu and Noisy Pixel. They are my go-to news sources, and without them, I'd have missed some stellar announcements. Keep it up. And dude, thank you so much. Yeah, Komatsu is a great site for Japanese coverage. We tend to more focus on games that are coming west so that we're not stringing you on a line for a year of assets and stuff from the Japanese version and then re-shove that in your face when the English version come out. I used to do that at the other sites that I worked for, and it just became annoying because they would reuse assets. So you would basically, when you cover the Japanese announcements, you'd get these screenshots and stuff with all the Japanese text on it and stuff like that, and you'd push it out, but then 4 months down the line they would send you the exact same screenshots and then give you the English version of what you already covered, so you would double cover stuff, and we don't really have capacity to do that. And I generally think people would much rather hear about games that they can play or that are coming than games that might not come to the West. So there are places like Komatsu for that type of coverage. One Way Road says on the Noisy Newsweek video that you should watch. Still no news on the English version of Cold Steel 4. I see. Getting worried here. I don't think you got anything to worry about. That game's over 1 million characters long. If someone is publishing it, they're probably already working on it. You might have probably heard something around Anime Expo or E3, so if those don't happen, we'll see when the next announcement phase comes in for video games. But I'm thinking that we'll hear something soon for that game, and maybe a publisher reveal. Zuzba says on the Trials of Mana gameplay video, I actually think this looks great. Gameplay looks just as simple as the original, but it looks slick and addictive to play. And I agree, it has that new Dragon Quest kind of look to it. I think they did an amazing job at remaking this adventure, and I'm really excited to play more of it. My boy Exploda X is back with the Noisy Newsweek saying Scourge Bringer e Mau to Paradise. Azario, you keep outdoing yourself, buddy. Smiley face emoji. Let me tell you something. I have to read those so fast. So, Scourgebringer, fine. Okay, you got it. You got me. But about to Paradise, boy, that's the third one. I don't have to say that name ever again after this video. So, unless I'm like talking to some weebs about incest hentai that they should check out. But thank you for calling me out on those. If you want to call me out on something else in that video, we put some of the previews in the reviews section. So we aren't the most coordinated here at Noisy Pixel. On to some games I picked up. We have Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 on PS4. I'm trying to review this game, but it's proving difficult because it's so freaking nerdy. I mean, I've played a few of them. We'll see how that goes. If you like this series, they did a lot in this one that really picks up the pace of the game. So, I don't know, look out for my review. I also picked up World End Syndrome, the physical, on PS4. I have it digitally, but I wanted to pick up the physical because I think it's going to be rare someday. I had to import it from the UK, as you can see by the Peggy rating there. But yeah, if you haven't played this game, this is a great visual novel. Kind of a regret buy that I did. Oh man, this is so stupid. I bought the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package thinking that it was going to be all on one disc there. But nope, they just put both of the games. They just put both of the games that I already owned in a little case there with some cool new cover art. Oh, God. Why did I do? Why was I such a sucker? Anyway, moving on. Last game, I got Animal Crossing for FOMO. I hated all the Twitter stuff and all my friends having fun on there, and I decided to pick the game up. I'm not personally reviewing it on the site. I believe Ian is. Yeah, I'll just jump in and jump out. You can leave your Nintendo IDs down there because I need friends. I don't have any. So yeah, and that's it, guys. That's it for this week for Noisy Pixel Response. I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your day and weekend, and